Hello friends, in this video I am going to tell you about Microsoft Teams app. It is the business messaging app from Microsoft and included with Office 365 business accounts. Teachers and students can use it for their online classes. You can also create teams for communication within your organization. So let's get started. First, I go to Play Store and try to install Microsoft Teams in my mobile. I click on install from the Play Store. It is getting downloaded now, T plus MB. It has got installed now. I just click on open. Now there are two ways to sign in. You can sign up for a free Microsoft Teams account. Using this free account, you can invite up to 299 people to join you, or you can sign in with an already existing Microsoft 365 account. So here I just click on sign up for free. You can choose your account type, whether it is personal or business. Here I am clicking on business, which is helpful for you to set up teams for your organization. You need to enter an email ID to set up Teams. So if you already have a Microsoft account, you can use that email ID here. Email ID. Now I click on next. Once I click on next, I click on create account. Now you have to enter your password. I have typed my password now, and then I click on next. Now a code will be sent to the given Gmail ID. So if you have not got the email, you can check in the spam folder of your email, or you can try again. So here you have to enter the code which you have got from your Gmail account. I type in the security code now, which I have got in my email address from Microsoft Teams, and then I click on next. Once I click on next, it is asking whether I want to stay signed in. I click on yes. Next, you have to enter few more details like your first name, company name, country, etc. I am clicking on my details. I give the company name as Shashi, and then I click on setup teams. Now it is created. Now Microsoft Teams account is getting set up now. Now we will see how to use the Microsoft Teams interface. Okay, first in the top left hand corner we have three lines. Now I click on the three lines, you can set your status to be right back. Now I am clicking be right back. You can set your status to available, busy, do not disturb, off work, etc. Now I am changing my status to available, or you can set your status message. Now I am clicking notifications. You can set your notifications to be received only when inactive on desktop, or always even if active on desktop, etc. And you can mute or unmute your meeting chats. Similarly, you have the settings option. When I click on the settings option, you can change your theme to light theme or dark theme. Currently I am having light theme. If you want, you can change it to dark theme. I am clicking on notifications. Here also you can change your notification settings. When you click on profile, you can change your profile picture, or you can change your email ID. Similarly, when you click on messaging, you can set your read receipts to on or off. If you set it to on, you are letting people to know when you have seen their messages and know when they have seen your messages. Similarly, you also have an option for upgrading. Currently I have the free version of Microsoft Teams. If you want to upgrade, you can click on this option by paying and upgrading. Similarly, on the top right corner, I have the plus option. By clicking on this plus option, I can invite members to the Microsoft Teams by typing in their email address and then clicking on this checkbox. And I also have the search option at the right hand side. With this, I'm clicking on that search option. I can type an email ID and search for people or messages or files using this search bar. Now at the bottom most part, you have a toolbar where you have 5 tools: activity, chat, teams, meetings and more. Under the activity tab, I click on this activity tab. You have the feed option where whenever somebody has mentioned you in your in a conversation by using @mentions or liked, or whenever somebody has replied to your conversation, you'll be getting a notification here in this activity tab. The next one is the chat tab. I click on the chat tab. Using this chat tab, you can do one-to-one chats or group chats. So whenever you can make audio calls or video calls, you also have to-do list, calendars and cloud storage. Personal chats and documents are securely accessed in Microsoft Teams. So I just click on this pen symbol here. You can enter a name or email address and start a new chat. Now I'm just entering an email address which I have already added here. I have added 2 people into this Microsoft Teams here. So here now my chat box is open. You can see here by clicking on the video symbol, I can make a video call. By clicking on the phone symbol, I can make the phone call. By clicking on, I click on 3 dots. When I click on 3 dots, you can view the profile of that person. You can find or search for something in the chat, or you can mute their chats. At the bottom most part in the chat bar, you can type a message in this text box. Files to your messages by typing on the first icon at the bottom of the chat box. So you can attach some files or videos, take photo or open from the photo library. You can attach GIFs, or you can attach files, or you can use @mentions in your messages. You can also change your font style and type by clicking on the A symbol. So here you can see that you can change your font to bold and then or italics, or you can underline your messages. You can also use highlighters. You can also change your font color by selecting the appropriate font color. You have the 3 dots. If you click on the 3 dots, you can set the priority of your message. You can also add emojis to your message by clicking on that. Or you can also add your location, or you can also add your price by clicking on one of the 4 options in the 3 dots. You can send your message by clicking on the arrow symbol. Next option is at the bottom of the toolbar is your Teams option. So in the Teams option, when I click on Teams, already I have created a team called as marketing team. You can create a new team by clicking on the 3 dots next to the teams. Now I click on the 3 dots. You get 2 options. One is manage teams. The other one is create new team. If I click on the manage teams, you can manage your existing teams, and you can create your new team by clicking on the 3 dots and clicking on plus symbol. You can give a name for your team. I just give a name for my team as internal audit. Internal audit team. If you want, you can add a description and then click on the checkbox. Now the team is getting created. Now you can add members to your team by typing on their email address. Now I'm adding. You can just type on their email address and add someone to your team. So here I have already created a team called as marketing team. I just click on the team. So you can add the email IDs. I just click on the marketing team. When you click on the marketing team, which I have already created, you get all these options, like you can manage the existing members, you can manage tags. When you click on manage members, here I have already added 2 team members by inviting them through their email IDs. You just have to enter their email addresses and click on the arrow button. This will send a join button to their email address. When they click on the join button, they will be directly added to this team. So when you here it is showing 3 team members. One is the owner, that is me, and 2 other team members. When you click on the 3 dots next to the team member, you have the option to remove the user or make them the owner. The next is, you click on the three dots, you get another option called as manage tags. You also have the option to leave the team, or you edit the team name or the team description, or you can also delete the team. When you click on manage tags, you get this one. Already I have created a tag called as analyst. So with the tags, you can connect with a small group of people in your team. For example, you can classify people based on their role or based on the project which they are involved. Once you add a tag to one team member or many team members, you can use it in @mentions in a post, or you can use it to start a conversation with only those people who are given that tag. For example, an office manager can send a message to everyone in the marketing team with this feature. Up to 25 tags can be assigned to a single user with this feature. So here I have already created a tag called as analyst. Let me go ahead and create another tag called as engineering production, engineering. So, and then you have to add some email addresses with whom this tags has to be assigned. You can add one or more email addresses to this. Here I am adding one of the email addresses. And then click on the checkbox. So now a tag called as engineering is being created now. I've already created a tag called as analyst. Let me show you that. There I have added 2 email addresses. One is Godwin and the other one is Priya. So whenever I use this tag, either I can use it or anyone in the team can use this tag to send a message to this set of people. For example, I'm opening the chat box and using this tag. I'm opening the pen symbol and then I'm using the tag. See, as soon as I type analyst tag, it is showing me 2 members are there, and automatically those 2 members are already added to in the to section. Similarly, I'll show you engineering tag. It is showing 1 person will be added. So as soon as I click on the engineering tag, the person who is having that engineering tag, who has been assigned that engineering tag, is automatically added to the to section in the chat box. So with that, there is no need to type the email addresses every time you want to send a message to a group of people. When you associate a tag with a group of people in your team, that message will be automatically sent to that group of people using this tags option. The next option is teams option. Now I click on teams. When I click on teams, when you click on the 3 dots, you also have the option to manage your channels, or to edit your team, or to delete your team. And then you also have the meetings option. When you click on the meetings option, already I have created one meeting called as meeting with Shashikesh. I'll tell you how to create a new meeting. You have to click on this. So here it shows you a calendar where it shows you the list of all the dates, upcoming dates. So you can just create a new event by clicking on this plus symbol, and then you can give a description or a name for your meeting. I just give the name as new meeting. And then you can set the time for your meeting, starting time and end time for your meeting. Then click on this checkbox. Okay, now a new meeting has been created. Now you can invite other team members to join this meeting by clicking on the share option and share the meeting invite through WhatsApp, Gmail, or you can save through Notepad, copy to clipboard, and send it through any other medium. Similarly, you also have the copy meeting link option, where you can copy the meeting link and send it through message or WhatsApp or through any other medium. Similarly, you have the set meeting options. When I click on this meeting options, you have the option to specify who can bypass the lobby. That is, when somebody wants to join the meeting by clicking on this join meeting ID from their email address, whether they have to be in the lobby or they can directly join the meeting. So everyone, whether people in my organization can bypass or only me can bypass or everyone can bypass, all these options are present. Similarly, who can present in the meeting? The options are everyone or people in my organization or only me. Whichever option we want, we can save it and set the meeting options. Similarly, you can join the meeting or edit the meeting. You have two buttons called as join and edit. Now I am clicking on the join meeting option. When I click on the join meeting option, here it is getting connected. So here you have at the top, you have the plus symbol. By clicking on this plus symbol, this is your participants tab. It shows you the list of all the participants in the meeting. Currently there's only one participant, that is me. Similarly, you have the chat option where you can chat with all the other participants in the meeting. When you click on the three dots, you can put yourself on hold. You have the option to share. So I click on share now. You can share a photo or a video or a PowerPoint, or you can share your screen as such. Next, you can raise your hand, you can turn off incoming video, or you can change the layout by using this three dots option. You can end the meeting by clicking on this phone symbol. So I'm clicking on the phone symbol and I have come out of the meeting. So this is how you join the meeting in Microsoft Teams. You can also delete a meeting schedule which is already scheduled by clicking on the delete option. You have the more option. When you click on the more option, you have different types of options like calls. When I click on calls, it shows you the list of all the calls I have made as well as the call duration. And then next you have the files option where it shows you the list of all the files you have uploaded into cloud storage. And then you have the camera option. Just take a snap using the camera option and then upload it to your chats or to your meetings. Similarly, at the left hand side also you have the option to invite people to your meetings. It shows you the list of all the accounts and the organizations you have created. If you want, you can add some more accounts by clicking on the plus symbol at the left hand side. So that is all about Microsoft Teams. Hope you have liked the video. If you have any queries, feel free to ask in the comment section below the video. See you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.